name is Cassie. Welcome to my channel. So this is going to be my mid-year kind of check-in, I guess. So I guess I'm gonna start with my Goodreads goal. So I made a goal of 65 this year. Usually I tend to read close to 80, but last year I was in a really bad slump and I only read like 39. And out of those 39, I think that only like 13 to 15 were actual books. The rest of them were manga. So I wanted to like give myself some leeway, like somewhere in the middle of kind of where I usually am and where I was last year. So 65 seemed like a good number. I have read 50 books so far. As of right now, I think I'm 13 books ahead of schedule. And the reason it's 13 and probably not more than that was because it is the end of July. It is July 28th. I have like 3 days left of July and I have read nothing but fan fiction this month. That is all I've read. I fell down the fanfiction hole for the month of July. So I've only read 50 books since the end of June, and instead of being 17 books ahead of schedule, I'm only 13 books ahead of schedule. So that's Goodreads. So some other stats, I guess, that I've been keeping track of a little bit, like not a lot, but a little bit. I added up my total pages that I've read because I've been keeping track of how many pages I read per month. And so I've read 18,127 pages, and that's about an average of 3,021 pages a month. My best month was February, where I read 12 books, and my worst month was June, where I only read 3 books. I'm not counting the little kid dragons are the worst book, nor am I counting the Goosebumps book, because one was like maybe not even 20 pages and the other one was like 130 pages, maybe, I don't know. So I'm not counting those. So yeah, so those are some stats there. And then to kind of share my monthly best book and lowest rated book, it's like the highest rated book and the lowest rated book. January was A Dawn of Onyx as the best, Poison Study as the worst. February, best was Bride, worst was The Savage Phase Mate. March, the best was The Veiled Kingdom, and the worst is In My Dreams, I Hold a Knife. April's best was the Air Awakened series, and the worst was Double Pucked. The best of May was A Fate Inked in Blood. The worst was Icebreaker. And then June, the best was The Rulebook, and the worst was How to Become the Dark Lord and Die Trying. So I'm going to answer some of these questions. I think some of them are like from the freak out tag, and then like 1 or 2 are just some that I just made up, and I'm gonna ask those instead of some of the other ones because I didn't like all of them. So, best book so far for the beginning of the year, for the first 6 months, is A Fate Inked in Blood. The best sequel is The Martyr. My biggest disappointment is How to Become the Dark Lord and Die Trying. My biggest surprise was the Heir Awakened series. I hoped that I would have liked it, but I didn't know that I was going to love it as much as I love it. And I really want to read more books by her. Most anticipated release after June, there's actually several of these. And I'm not going to I'm not gonna like put dates to these or anything, and I'm not gonna like show you a book because I don't have them yet. they haven't come out yet. At least, no, I don't think any of them have come out yet. No, wait, The Sky on Fire has, which is by Jen Lyons, but I don't own that one yet. But that is one of them. Somewhere Beyond the Sea by T.J. Klune. The Mercy of Gods by James S.A. Corey. Ghost Camera by Darcy Coates. The Hunted Heir by Holly Renee. And then The Family Experiment. That one might be out as well, and it's by John Mars. So those are my most anticipated releases after June. My new favorite authors, Elise Kova and Daniel L. Jensen, and possibly John Mars. Not fully on board with that quite yet, but I think after maybe another book or two, I might be ready to admit that he is a favorite. My favorite book to movie was The Idea of You. My favorite book to TV was Dark Matter. And then some books that I want to read before the end of the year. The Traitor by Anthony Ryan. The Hurricane Wars. I still have not gotten to that. I really want to, though. Hopefully it will happen this year. I really want it to happen this year. Fourth Wing. Please don't come after me. I know the second book has been out for a while, and the third book is coming out in the beginning of 2025, and I really need to read these books. But for some reason, I just have not been in the mood, and so I haven't read them yet. I want to, though. The next one is Blood Mercy. Then The Fractured Dark. And that one is by Megan O'Keefe, I think. Is that? Yeah, Megan E. O'Keefe. Megan E. Is that right? E? Yeah, Megan E. O'Keefe. She wrote the Velocity Weapon trilogy, and The Fractured Dark is the sequel to The Blighted Stars, which I enjoyed that. I think I gave it like I might have given that one a 4-star. I might have been a 5. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But I did enjoy it. And then Powerless. Please still don't come after me. I'm a mood reader. I wanted to read it, and I still want to read it. It just hasn't, my mood just hasn't been like, yes, I'm gonna read that now. It's still at the, I just want to read it stage. Hopefully it will graduate to, I want to read this now before the end of December, because the second book has come out, Reckless, and I haven't even read Powerless. So yeah, and then the last book on this list that I really want to try to read before the end of the year is The Will of the Many. Again, don't come after me. I'm such a mood reader, and I'm sorry. I apologize for being such a mood reader, but I'm a really bad mood reader. And then I also get addicted to fan fiction, which has shown its ugly face. Well, not ugly face, because I love fan fiction. But I don't want to just read fan fiction. I want to read books too. But I fell down the fan fiction hole, and you're like, oh, I want to read about this. And then you want to read everything about it. And then you see like some slight different thing that you might like in one of the other, that you liked in one of the other stories. You're like, oh, I want to read about that now. And then you fall down that rabbit hole. And it's been like that all month for me. I fell down one rabbit hole, and then I fell down to another one, and then I fell down to another one, and it is just never ending. I'm hoping that maybe I'll be able to read something eventually, maybe in the next 3 days. I don't know. I guess, you know, we're just gonna have to see what happens in the next 3 days. I don't know if I'm gonna read fan fiction or continue to read fan fiction, or if I'm finally gonna pick up a book, because I'm finally at the point where I haven't read fan fiction in like the past 2 days, but then I've also been thinking about my writing like the past week. So I don't know if this is I might write something and I might start writing in my book again, or if I might actually pick up a book. I don't know. It's either I'm going to pick up a book and fall into the book realm of reading, or I'm going to pick up my writing and I'm going to fall into the writing hole. I don't know which one is going to win right now, but we'll find out probably within the next couple of days which one is going to win. That being said, that is kind of my little mid-year check-in of what happened during January, June of this year. And I don't really have much of anything else, I don't think, to say about my mid-year check-in. If you have any questions for me, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I will answer them if I missed something, or if you just want to ask me something about some book or something, feel free to just put it in the comments. Otherwise, if you like this, like, and if you want to see more by me, subscribe. And until next time,